delivered them, watch this, from the hand of those who enslaved them. That's the demons. That's the demonic spirits. And watch this, they shall no longer be a prey for the nations, nor shall beasts of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and no one shall make them afraid. Is that good? That's just good. Okay, just a few more. Lamentations 4. Lamentations, by the way, is between Jeremiah and Ezekiel. It's 5 chapters, and it has some of the most types and shadows you will ever see in your life. It's only 5 chapters. Only 5 chapters. It's between Jeremiah and Ezekiel, and you've probably never even seen it. But it is one of the best books in the Bible for types and shadows. So you can read it at some point. Lamentations 4, verse 11. Now watch this. The Lord has fulfilled his fury. He has poured out his fierce anger. He kindled a fire in Zion, and it has devoured its foundations. Now watch this. The kings of the earth. Now look at me just for a moment. You remember Revelation said that he has made us kings and priests. The kings of the earth could refer to believers. Now watch this. And all the inhabitants of the world, that could refer to non-believers. So all the believers and the non-believers even. Now watch. Would not have believed that the adversary and the enemy could enter the gates of the church, Jerusalem. No one would believe the devil could get in the church, but he did. You want to know why? Watch, because of the sins of her prophets and the iniquities of her priests, who shed in her midst the blood of the just. By the way, do you ever remember studying the Dark Ages? Let me just tell you the spiritual reason they were called dark. Because the priest took the Bible out of the hands of the people and said you were too dumb to understand it. And that's when the Dark Ages came. And it's amazing we even call them the Dark Ages. And the Reformation came when a couple of priests gave their lives. They actually were martyred to get the Bible back in the hands of the people. That's why. All right, Micah 3, verse 9. Now hear this. That's God talking. Can you imagine God saying that? He's upset. Now hear this, you heads of the house of Jacob and rulers of the house of Israel. In other words, the leaders of the church, who abhor justice and pervert all equity, who build up Zion with bloodshed and Jerusalem with iniquity. Now watch this. Think about how many preachers fall into this category. Her heads judge for a bribe. Her priests teach for pay, and her prophets divine for money. Yet they lean on the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? Didn't we have a good service tonight? No harm can come upon us. Therefore, because of you, Zion shall be plowed like a field. Jerusalem shall become heaps of ruins, and the mountain of the temple like the bare hills of the forest. Now we're talking about shepherds or hirelings. Let me show you where I got that from, the word hirelings. I got it from Jesus. John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief does not come except to steal, to kill, and to destroy. By the way, who's the thief? Satan. I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly. That'd be called living free. I am the good shepherd. By the way, he's going to deliver his people in one day, which he did. The good shepherd gives his life for the sheep. But a hireling, he who is not the shepherd, one who does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming. Wonder who the wolf would represent. By the way, that's a beast. And leaves the sheep and flees. Another way we say that is he sends his resumes out and he gets another church. And the wolf catches the sheep and scatters them. Now, I just want to just notice how Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and John all talk about that's how the sheep get scattered. Every one of them talk about it. The hireling flees because he is a hireling and does not care about the sheep. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and I'm known by my own. The hireling sees trouble in the church, and he's going to go somewhere else. Here's what the shepherd does. The shepherd steps up when he sees trouble and says to the wolf, you're not going to get to the sheep. If you want to get to the sheep, you have to come through me. And the shepherd protects the sheep by feeding the sheep, giving them the Word of God and making them strong and healthy. Thank God for good shepherds who feed us and teach us the Word of God.
For more information, write Life Outreach International, P.O. Box 982,000, Fort Worth, Texas 76182, or call the prayer line at 1-817-685-5000. You can visit Life Outreach on the web at lifetoday.org or Pastor Robert Morris at gatewaypeople.com.